Hey guys, good afternoon or good morning, depending on what part of the globe you're at. And I always like to begin by opening and giving you an awareness of how things work, how the universe and everything corresponds to create. If you're a part of this channel, and many of you guys have been following this channel now for quite some time, and as there's nothing coincidental. Okay, everything is synchronicity. So by you being here, by you finding this video, you were brought here for me to impart some information, some knowledge to help you, to achieve and see how your reality works and everything of that sort. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you so that you can grasp what reality is. And this channel here, I use science, and I use predominantly the neuroscience aspect of our minds and how things work, such as quantum physics and the psychological aspects of our brain and how it works. And this is what I'm here to do, to teach. And this is my gift and my ability, and this is my purpose, to help you as a teacher so that you can change your life, manifest your desires. All right? So today what I want to touch on is, I want to talk about the higher self. And in particular, I want to talk about how your higher self works. Many individuals aren't even aware of how many minds you have, or how many parts of consciousness you may have. And I'll touch on that now. So did you know that you have basically 4 minds? I said it again. Did you know that you have 4 levels of consciousness, right? Let's touch on them. So we have the conscious mind. This is where the rational, the analytical parts of our minds deal with everyday stuff. Okay? Then we move to the subconscious mind. Okay? That's the part of our mind that controls 97% of our habits and our actions. And in between the subconscious and the conscious is a part of our mind known as the critical divide, or the gatekeeper. So that's 3. And the 4th part of our mind is known as the superconscious mind. So the superconscious mind isn't directly connected to you, but it's there, connected through all of us. So in other words, we have access to it. Okay? The other minds are directly intertwined with you. And I want to talk about the part of the mind, or part of ourselves, that is also connected to that mind. It's known as the higher self. Your higher self resides between the subconscious mind and the superconscious mind. So how does the higher self work? The higher self is the real you. Okay, it's the part of you, or we refer to it as the soul. In the Bible it says the soul. Many different entities, or what we call religion, basically refer to the higher self in many different aspects. Okay, infinite being, the soul, intuition. Okay, but it all agrees on one aspect. It's there. It's the part of you right now that when you feel something in your stomach, or in your gut, or in your heart, and you know it's true, and it turns out to be true, that's coming from the higher self. And I want to touch a little bit on how it works. Okay, so your higher self works by funneling information from the superconscious mind and brings it to you through your subconscious mind. Okay, the higher self is that part of you that when you came here, it's split into 2. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, you have the physical part of you that's here right now, which is housed in the conscious mind, where we have reason, analytical part. It's known as the ego part. That's where we can feel, touch, smell, and censor and things, right? Now, the other part of you that's left in what we call the spiritual. Now, when I say spiritual, don't get it confused with religious terms here. Spirituality has nothing to do with religion. Spirituality just means non-physical, okay? Invisible to the naked eye, okay? So in a spiritual sense, this is where your higher self stays. And here's a big key that you may not realize. Your higher self can get you to whatever you desire. It can manifest money, wealth, success, anything you desire. It's constantly there, funneling information to you. Okay? The information comes in through the subconscious mind. So how do you contact the higher self? Well, you have to reach your higher self through meditation. Okay, you reach the higher self through your thoughts. You reach your higher self through visualizations. Okay? And I'm going to give you a big secret how you can instantly connect to your higher self. See, your higher self operates in a different realm than your conscious mind. See, our conscious mind operates with, if I see it, I believe it. Your higher self doesn't operate that. Your higher self operates in conjunction with the superconscious mind. Your higher self operates in a sense of knowing, okay, and believing. It starts from belief, then it enters into the knowing state. And the knowing state touches more into that superconscious mind. So here's a big tip. If you want to access your higher self, okay, you have to remove or escape the logical part of your mind, known as the conscious ego mind, okay? You see, guys, let me explain something about your brain. See, your brain is just a receiver, okay? Your mind is not your brain. Your consciousness is not the brain. Consciousness operates through the brain as a receiver so that you can perceive the things you want, okay, you desire. Everything that you see outside right now, it started from inside. The brain has never had access to the external environment. It's encapsulated in the skull. Everything that processes in your brain is electrical signals, circuits, electrochemical signals, okay? So that consciousness or that mind, we refer to it as that superconscious, and embedded within that mind is your higher self. That's who you are. Think about that. So if I just gave you that information, what does it mean? It means you can literally create anything you desire. The higher self works without time. The time doesn't exist to the higher self, okay? The higher self is here and now and everywhere, okay? Time exists because we made it up in the conscious mind. So that's how the higher self works. So the higher self works in another dimension, doesn't use time, it uses your subconscious mind. So why does the higher self use the subconscious? Well, because the subconscious is the only part of our consciousness that can handle the information that your higher self can process to you. Your higher self is infinite. Subconscious mind is infinite. Your higher self knows all. It passes it to the subconscious. Subconscious passes it to you, and you interpret it as intuition, feeling, nudges, inspired action. You get dreams and visions, okay? So your higher self is that powerful part of your mind, okay? So to access the higher self, you want to start to develop a sense of knowing. Okay, if you start to jump from belief and you get to know, for example, I know I'm going to manifest that home. I know I'm going to manifest that mate. I know I'm going to manifest this. I know I'm going to be that. I know I'm going to own my own business. I know I'm going to make X and X amount. See, that signal right there now will start to operate into your higher self. Okay? How does it work? Well, because knowing eliminates and eradicates the conscious mind from interfering, or the ego. When you know something, not even your ego can stop you. When you believe something, it's 99% there, but the ego still has a chance to stop you. You can put a little doubt in there. When it comes to knowing, doubt cannot creep in with knowing. So how do you develop knowing? It's very simple. Start off by choosing a belief that serves you. Make up your mind. Say, okay, this is what I desire. This is what's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Okay? Knowing doesn't involve testing, guys. I'll give you an example. Right now, you know you're alive. Right? Right now, you know you're a human. Right now, you know you're living and breathing. Do you have to test that? Do you have to figure that out? No, you just know. Right now, you know I'm aware, I can walk, I'm alive, right? That's knowing. That's how you have to put in so to access that higher self. Once you build it, and you can build it through meditation now your higher self will come in and start to create everything you desire. Always remember, the things that you manifest in your life, when you use the law of attraction, okay? And you say, oh, my subconscious mind. Yeah, your subconscious mind is the creator, but the director that puts the information in is you, your higher self. Your subconscious mind works through the higher self. Remember this key point. Your subconscious mind cannot think, cannot reason, it cannot rationalize. It's just like an information machine. It takes stuff in and it produces it. But it gets it from the higher self. You, your true self, your true work, all right? So that's how the higher self works. So to access the higher self, you want to start to build a knowing. And it's very simple. Just choose it. Choose to believe it. It starts with the belief. The belief will escalate and it turns into the know. Once you know something, it's going to happen. Because here's proof. And we can document this through physics and the mathematical formulas and equation. Proof is this, guys, that reality you're seeing right now is all perception. Things, the brain is a receiver. Information is out there through this superconscious, or we call this conscious field of awareness. It comes into you by what you use your mind to think and create, and then you experience it. So if you want to experience a new reality, change your thinking. Okay, if you want to experience the wealth, the prosperity, abundance, the job, change your thinking. Okay, start by choosing to believe something that's benefit. Choose a belief that serves you. Stop believing it's hard or it's difficult. Start believing it's easy and it's effortless. It's really that simple. It's that simple, because that takes the shift into occurrence. All right. So a key point I want to remember now, guys, is that everything you're learning here, it comes on basis of doing some type of work, and the main work that you want to focus on is that subconscious block, those limiting beliefs. All right. So once you have access and you can remove those, now you can see the avalanche of abundance, the consistency, and things working together. All right. So those are keynotes about your higher self, how it works. All right. So remember, higher self resides in the spiritual, non-physical. It doesn't work with time. It can get you anything you desire. It knows what you want before you want it. It knows your desire before it comes. It uses the subconscious mind as the funnel. Okay. It creates your reality, and your perception is intertwined in the brain as a receiver. What you see outside is from what you see inside. So basically, start to project something new in the mind as a thought, as a visual exercise. The brain doesn't know the difference. Subconscious mind doesn't know, and you'll experience it. Okay? So those are some big tips that you can use to work. All right? And you can also visit www.markhaughton.com. You can learn more about the mind, enroll in the free online courses I have up in there. And as far as the coaching program is, I still have limited to the one-on-one sessions. If you want to reach me there, you can reach me at either info@markhaughton.com or mhaughton76@gmail.com for coaching inquiries. And I'm working here to produce now an online version of the coaching format, which I'll place on the website. You guys can take advantage of it. That way I can help as many individuals as possible so that you can create and learn how the mind works. Okay? Remember, no one gave you a blueprint for the mind. Our owner's manual. This is what you'll learn when you come to this channel. To master your mind, master your thoughts, so that you can create and be abundant in this universe. All right, guys? So thank you very much, and I'll talk to you again.